Uplift, Conversations with Visionaries, is an inspiring interview series showcasing the journeys of successful entrepreneurs who not only excel in their fields, but also use their success as a force for positive change. Welcome to another episode of Uplift, Conversations with Visionaries. We are bringing some amazing human beings to this mini series. Today, I have Don with us. Don, I want to welcome you to the show.
Oh, thank you very much, Alicia. And it's an honor to be here. And I'm looking forward to the conversation and helping your audience and what you're in your mission there of Uplift Conversations. This is going to be exciting.
It is always such a valuable segment that I have with all of you visionaries. We get right to the heart of this. We really don't chit chat a whole lot. But the goal here, as I've said before, and I've mentioned it to you, is to impact and inspire those entrepreneurs who know in their heart they are destined for more, to do more with their life, to make a positive difference in the world, and to dismantle that old belief that successful entrepreneurs can't be incredible human beings doing amazing, good things in this world. So let's start by talking about one of your greatest accomplishments, something that you are most proud of in your life or in your business.
Yeah, there's so many of those. I have led a very blessed life, and I did 27 years in the Air Force and had just a lot of accomplishments. But the one that really excites me is just about the time COVID started in March of 2020, a partner and I started a nonprofit helping military spouses and veterans in their career transition out of the service into the civilian community. Could be a government job, could be a corporate job, could be a nonprofit, right? Could be entrepreneurs. And we helped them, 157 people in 3 years. We helped what I like to say is find the job that energizes you so you can find the life that fulfills you. So many of our military are working 60, 70, 80-hour weeks, 6, 7 days a week. Even if they're not at work, they're at home doing emails and papers and reviews and performance reports and awards. And it becomes overwhelming. And then they have the deployments on top of that and putting their life on the line. And we're losing 22 veterans a day, military and veterans a day, to suicide. And they say the number one ideation for that is career transition. So it's just a feeling of good, giving back and helping people find what I think I found when I got out of the service, because I spent the time really focusing in on what I wanted, and I tried to get them to do the same. the University of Syracuse study says 45% of military leave their first post-military job within 12 months. It's almost 50%. And I've been exploring why and talking to people and asking that question, and they just don't know what they want to do. So I have a process that I help them really kind of figure that out, dig inside themselves. And that is just rewarding as heck when you get them to that point.
So you are saving people's lives, not even just in the very tactile sense, like saving their life, but giving them a quality of life that they may not otherwise be able to find on their own. That's incredibly beautiful. Now, I'm going to pivot a little bit because I want to talk about one of your lowest points in life. You mentioned you're very blessed. You're also human. So I'm sure there have been some hard knocks. Are you willing to share with us one of the lowest points that you've personally experienced?
Sure. And I think it's important that we do go through this, right? John Maxwell likes to say, and I'm a John Maxwell executive director on his Maxwell leadership team. And he says, the only valuable experience is evaluated experience. So just think about the football teams the other day, right? My Detroit Lions got beat, man. They were ahead at the end, at halftime. What are they taking from the game to help them for the next? So I think it's important. With the same nonprofit, I think the low point became in March of 2023 when I realized that my partner and I were not moving in the same direction. We didn't have the same values. We didn't have the same focus. And because we hadn't done a number of things that I'm going to hold this book up, but it's the E-Myth Revisited, blue copy by Michael Gerber. And he talks in the back, you've got to set up the company, the organization before you start doing operations. But most of us don't do that. We're so excited by what we want to do. We see just like I said, we saw hundreds of people that we could help. We just jumped in. We did a beta test. It worked. We just started moving. Pretty soon we were doing 6 different mastermind cohorts every 2 weeks. We were so excited about the impact, but we never set up an agreement between us. We didn't set a social media plan, a marketing plan, a fundraising strategy. We didn't have all those things. And it was clear to me after 3 years that we were never going to have those things. And I just, being a C personality on the disc, I just see, and having read Entrepreneur, what is it, the EOS, Entrepreneur Operating System, and other guidance documents, you've got to have those or your business will fail. And I just decided at that point I had to cut bait and leave the nonprofit. And I was the president. It was my idea. And that was hard. Boy, I did a lot of soul searching. I mean, it was for months and months and months before I did it, just seeing what was happening and trying to correct it and trying to fix it. And it just got worse and worse. And finally just said, done. And I tell you, my stress level went down. My resting heart rate went down. I started sleeping better at night. There was so many things that told me that was the right decision. Did I miss working with those people? 100%. Not so much the partner, but the clients, the military, the veterans, the spouses, people we were helping. Oh, I missed that a lot. But I also made a commitment that I so excited about what we were doing that I wasn't going to steal those people. I got back into doing similar work now with military and non-military, but I'm not going to steal people from that nonprofit unless they came to me. So that was a lot of hard soul searching in 2023. 2023 was a tough year for me. Sickness, COVID, eye infections, skin cancer surgeries. Oh, it was just, and then leaving my nonprofit. That was tough.
You used the term soul searching, and it
Mm-hmm.
sounds like you were put into a variety of circumstances that really
Mm-hmm.
caused you to look deep within yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all go through that at various points, but sometimes those low points really knock the wind out of us, and we
Mm-hmm.
have to rebuild ourselves stronger and better than ever before. So now this is the perfect opportunity for me to ask, now that you are starting to regain your footing and you have had a fair amount of successes, how are you giving back and helping to uplift others?
Oh, you bet. This is great too, because it's like when you're in a job, you need a hobby. You need something else to continue to help you to be encouraged, to be engaged, to give back. So for the last 4.5 years, I have been directing a leadership lab for the Society of American Military Engineers. You can see it over my shoulder. It's the SAME. And we have a San Antonio post. And we're the first chapter out of 120 some that created a leadership program. It's one of only 5 or 6 now, but we're trying to spread that around. And I got to lead that program for 4 years. Have about 8 to 10 people per year. I think we had 12 in one class, going through a number of leadership books and expanding their leadership skills, their capabilities. We did a ropes course. We did some other different events to help them kind of explore their leadership style and develop. That was really good. And then the last 2 years, I was actually the post leadership and mentoring director, focusing in on not just the leadership part, but the mentoring, trying to get people to think about getting a mentor. Too often we try to go through life by ourselves. But when you really look at people who are successful, they admit, I couldn't have done this by myself. It took a team of people. And it's obvious to me now, and I wish I would have realized this 30, 40 years ago. I should have had some mentors, and I probably did. I know I had one good mentor, Al Myers, He was the deputy base civil engineer when I was a captain, and we loved to drink beer, and we would sit down and we would talk about different things. I came back from a 2-month deployment to Turkey, and he and I sat down a couple of times because my boss went with us, and that was a tough situation. Then we turned around and deployed again for 3 months, same leadership. Came back again, and he and I sat and talked, and he got me to think about those journeys. So if we don't explore, just like we talked earlier, evaluated experience, if we don't explore what we've gone through and take action to correct it, we will, sometimes it will, how do I say it? It will get inside of ourselves. It'll become our negative self-talk. We will downgrade what we think are our capabilities. Because we fail in one area, we think we're failing in all areas, which is not true. And we've got to be so careful about our self-talk and how we process things. So I'm trying to get people to think about as they're 30, 40s, as they're becoming leaders within the organization and in their companies and the government, is who do they have helping them? You should have a mentor. You should have a coach, right? You should have you're the average of the 5 people around you. Who are you surrounding yourself? I had a gentleman that when I joined the John Maxwell team, he was always negative. Oh, I can't do this. This doesn't work about that. I finally just had to say, look, you and I aren't talking anymore. I can't take your negative attitude. You're impacting me. So there's a lot of things that I have learned, and I'm trying to help others learn that same.
A lot of golden nuggets, a lot of takeaways. I want to thank you so much, Don, for being with us, for sharing a part of your journey and helping spread this message to all of those entrepreneurs out there. Life can get hard at times. Do your soul searching, do your inner work. Your inner guidance is leading you. And there is so much good that you can do when you become more successful. Thank you
That's right.
so much, Don, for being with us.
Thanks, Alicia. Thanks for the opportunity. And I'm hoping it just, we always say sometimes somebody probably needed to hear this. And I'm just
Absolutely.
hoping, and I look forward, if anybody wants to connect with me and have more conversation on it, I would love it.
Awesome. I love
Thanks.
that. And thank you to everyone listening. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do so. Tune in for each episode of Uplift, where we aim to inspire you with these incredible stories of these incredible people. And until next time, we will see you in the next video.